We are still on that series. How many of us will remember us the topic we are taking now? Can somebody tell us the topic, this very topic, this series we are taking on? Can I say hand? Anybody who can tell us this topic that we are still taking now? Hello. God bless you, sir. So generally we are taking understanding obedience. And we discover that there are only two things that the two powers that rule the earth needed. God who created heaven and earth need obedience. Why devil need full disobedience? And every obedience to God will yield benefits. And we also discover that to gain anything from God at all, what we need is what? Obedience. If you read the book of Isaiah 1:19, it said, if you be willing and obedient, you will eat the fruit of the land. If somebody must make heaven, what did the person need? If you must be worthy in the Lord, what did you need? Okay, somebody who is a very active church member who will miss heaven. Why? Disobedience. So we discover that the line is just about obedience and disobedience. God have already given his word. I normally say, God is not trying to rewrite the Bible. And you can't interpret the Bible to God. And God is not willing to come to what men need. It is only men that will work out their own salvation to the standard of God. God already has a standard. That you quote the Bible and somehow neutralize it and try to conform it to what you needed will not make it true. What God is saying, or rather what God has said, is what God is still saying. So it will be very wise enough for us to walk in obedience and avoid disobedience. Last week we were able to see the benefit of obedience. But this week we are going to look at the disaster of disobedience. The disaster. And by God's grace, it will be the conclusion of this topic. That you are living, I want everybody to know this, that your life does not make you to owe your life. I don't know if you understand that statement. That you are not dead yet does not mean that you owe your life. That you are not sick does not mean that you are not going to die. It is just all about the mercy of God that kept us. There are people who have never been sick, they just died. Am I correct? People slump. People just walk on the way. They are not sick, they just slump and die. While some people might be in a coma for 5 years and later open their eye and leave. So life is a beautiful thing. So don't put it upon yourself because you are alive. You feel that you owe your life. That you feel that you can do anything. And I pray that you will not be sick. There are kind of sickness that will touch you. You discover that you will just be obeying God by force. Am I correct? Yeah. You just by yourself